Hey everybody, Joe Lowry, What a Day, coming to you live from the What a Day studios here in What a Day, Massachusetts. And the road to WrestleMania gets underway this weekend. First stop this Sunday at Chase Field in beautiful Arizona as the WWE presents the Royal Rumble. That's right, now this year's Rumble will feature 7 matches, all title matches by the way, and of course the traditional men and women's Royal Rumble. With the winner of each Rumble is secured a title shot at upcoming this year's WrestleMania being held in New Jersey. Now, of course, to kick things off, we have the Cruiserweight Championship. Buddy Murphy, he's the champion, will take on Kalisto, Akira Tozawa, and Hideo Itami. This will be on the kickoff show, by the way. Now, champion Buddy Murphy told 205 Live general manager Dick Maverick that he wanted a challenge. So what did he do? He said, fine, you got a fatal 4-way. How's that, folks? And to top it all off, this one was a shocker to me, though. Cedric Alexander lost to Itami this past week on 205 Live to earn that spot. So that kind of dumbfounds me that Cedric Alexander is not even involved with this. But nonetheless, I got Buddy Murphy holding off these guys. I think Cedric Alexander and Murphy will continue their road to WrestleMania again later on next month. Okay, U.S. Championship, Rusev. He's the champ taking on Shinsuke Nakamura. This one is slated to be on the kickoff show as well. And what may likely be one of the matches presented in its entirety, Nakamura will get a shot again to regain that U.S. title. I don't see it happening. I see some type of interference here. Maybe not interference, but Lana will definitely play a role in this. I don't see a title change happening with this one. Depending on the crowd and how well they do, this may be going on to WrestleMania as well. And the SmackDown Tag Team Championships, The Bar. That's right, they'll take on Miz and Shane McMahon. Although the team has just been formed, the Miz not ready to be patient and wanted McMahon to be in the title shot. You know, he really didn't have to be, but, you know, it is what it is. But the bro kick he got in his face that ticked off McMahon, all that good stuff. Storyline here is I don't see the Bar losing the titles just yet. I see the Miz and Shane. I think Shane's WrestleMania moment with the Miz will be at WrestleMania where they will defeat the Bar them. I don't see a tag team title change happening in this one as well. All right, the SmackDown Women's Championship. This one will steal the show. I think this one's going to take the cake, folks. Asuka versus Becky Lynch. Now, the match was randomly announced for the Rumble during an episode of Main Event on the network last month when ex-general manager Paige jumped on Twitter and accidentally said, hey, we're going to have the match. Now, it wasn't in the making. Now it's back in the making. Now, Becky Lynch earned her shot at Asuka with a triple threat victory over Charlotte Flair and Carmella. Again, I see 2 things happening here. I see Asuka winning, courtesy of a Charlotte or Carmella. I think Charlotte interference. And if Becky Lynch does win it, again, cue the rematch with Charlotte to WrestleMania. All roads will lead to WrestleMania with this one, with Becky Lynch winning the title and therefore taking on Charlotte at Mania. If not, Asuka wins, and then the writers will have something else to write about. Anyways, moving on to Raw Women's Championship. No disrespect here, Ronda Rousey versus Sasha Banks. I'm not a big fan of this match. I think Sasha Banks and her make a good team, but I don't think they make a good matchup. Don't ask me why, but when we talked about dream matches for Rusev upon entering the company, for Rousey, this was certainly one of them. But with the way things are going with Bayley and Sasha and all that, and Sasha got pushed off the side and so forth, I don't know if the boss will be able to compete against this one. I see maybe a Bayley interference costing Bayley interfering, costing the title shot for Sasha, and therefore another feud escalating and so forth. But I don't see a title change happening in this one because I still think they want to see Rousey versus Lynch at WrestleMania. So that one remains to be seen, but I don't see a title change happening on that one. This one, I might see a title change. Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles, WWE Championship. You know, there are no more automatic rematches for the WWE, but they made an exception for this one. I love the heel role that Daniel Bryan's playing. He's really getting a lot of heat and so forth. I like, obviously, AJ Styles, his newfound aggression and all that stuff. This is a page right out of John Cena's book and so forth. But if there's any title change to be made, I think AJ Styles might recapture the title, depending on contract negotiations with AJ Styles. If he doesn't win it, that may be a prelude to the second tier for AJ Styles to move down in the ranks and have somebody else pop up. Don't forget, Samoa Joe might be the wild card in this one as well. And another head scratcher, Universal Champion Brock Lesnar taking on Finn Balor. The Universal title picture took it on the swerve Monday night when Braun Strowman was removed by Vince McMahon with this match. Now, Balor won a fatal 4-way to determine Lesnar's new #1 contender. I don't see this one happening either, folks. You know, the Balor being put in the spot is interesting considering he was removed from this spot exactly a year ago when he was replaced by Strowman and Kane. I think it'll be an entertaining match, don't get me wrong. I think it'll be that David Goliath thing. I think that Balor might come out and do something, but I don't see the title change happening. You want Lesnar as the main guy going into WrestleMania. So again, It might be a good match. It might be interference. I don't see a title changing here as well. Okay, the 30-woman Royal Rumble takes place. Now, the women made history last year in Philly as the first Rumble match ever, and they did compete in the main event spotlight with Asuka emerging victorious. Now, 30 best female talents will compete. Obviously, you have all the regulars already in there. I can just give you a few: Ember Moon, Natalya, Sasha Banks, Bayley, Ruby Riott, Charlotte Flair, Naomi, Tamina. The list goes on. Nia Jax, Nikki Cross. Interestingly enough, though, how and why Carmella got number 30, I don't know, but that's something to look out. But if you're going to tell me who's going to win this one, well, called the NXT call-ups. Look up for Lacey Evans. She no doubt has the it factor for the WWE, as she is a former U.S. Marine. Her character is a vintage throwback to the 40s. They love that stuff. She's marketable, and she'll serve whichever brand very well. So 2019 will be her year, and what better way to kick that off than to win the Rumble? Look for Evans to make an impact, definitely, on this year's Royal Rumble. And as for the men's side, customary, 30 men will step into the ring to take part in the traditional over-the-top rope affair with a shot at the world title at WrestleMania 35 on the line. Now, last year's winners brought us a first-time winner in Shinsuke Nakamura. Obviously, he won't be in this one since he's fighting Rusev. So what competitor will pull out for this year's Royal Rumble accolades? Confirmed entrants, real quickly: Cena, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, Samoa Joe, Drew McIntyre, Kofi, Big E, Xavier Woods, Apollo Crews, Lashley, Hardy, Andrade, Cien Almas, Jinder Mahal. R-Truth came in at number 30, which is surprising. But then again, let's flip over to the NXT call-up side. I do see EC3 maybe playing a role in this one, but something tells me a guy from last year who made his debut might have something to do with it again this year. Bay, that's right, Adam Cole, who did make an appearance in last year's Rumble, no doubt will be featured in this one as well. Something might be up with that. You never know. But definitely, if this doesn't happen, look for maybe Drew McIntyre pulling out all the stops. But I don't see R-Truth coming at number 30 to win that one. So those are my predictions for that. As always, you can visit my What a Day fan page at www.facebook.com/Joe Lowry What a Day. I want to thank Bill Apter and OneWrestling.com for allowing me to supply you my predictions. But nonetheless, the road to WrestleMania kicks off this Sunday at Chase Field in Arizona. Kickoff show starts at 7 o'clock. We'll see you then, folks. I'm Joe Lowry. What a day.